Viewer comments. Oh, shoot.
It's like you're reading a disclaimer. Nah. All right. Look like you might be. Look like you're right. Either that or
Yeah, it's
or
a
you doing
little
your
bit
facial,
better.
your facial expressions late. All right, man. Look, so week 6 is almost in the books. We got this first quarter, this Denver, Los Angeles Chargers game upon us, and I need Justin Herbert to like have like a ridiculous game. He last play I got left in one of my leagues. All right, man. So what y'all think about week 6? Y'all, it's the first week that we had buys, but then again, it really don't matter if you had any of those Miami quarterbacks because as soon as you put one in, the Bama get hurt in the concussion and gone after the first couple minutes.
Right.
I said, I can't believe this. I had to do so. I picked up Teddy Bridgewater, the string for 2. And I felt like I came up on the waiver wire in one of my leagues. And then as soon as he get in the game, I played him last week. As soon as he get in the game, he got hurt before I can turn the game on.
Man, I was with you because the week before that I had Tua. He went out. I picked up what's the name? Bridgewater. Then he went out. This Skyler came out. I was like, man, let me drop him.
So I picked up Skyler Thompson and just in case Bridgewater couldn't go. Started the Bama. That Bama went out the game before I can actually turn the game on. I was like, you gotta be kidding. And then Bridgewater, who was active, came in. So I had Bridgewater on the bench.
Dang.
I said, boy, the fantasy guys don't love me at all this year. But look, man,
it looks like you got the disclaimer on that stream disclaimer.
Let's see. Not sure why. I don't know why I was doing that. Oh, here we go. There we go. All right. That'll work. All right, man. So let's get into it, man. So let's see. Let me start off with the QB disappointments. First and foremost, I'm gonna have to bring my man Gino in. I don't know how disappointed we could be in Gino, considering we didn't expect much from him to begin with, but we thought he had a nice matchup this week with Arizona. He ended up with less than 13 points. So for me, that's my Bam of the week. It was Geno Smith.
Now fix.
Oh, it was that the background.
Yeah.
Okay. And then so between Skylar Thompson and Geno Smith, those are my 2 Bama of the week.
Man, I'm gonna have to disagree on Geno, man. Geno came in, people had no expectations.
Look, that's what I said. I did. That was my disclaimer.
No expectations.
That we wouldn't even expect them to even be playing anywhere near producing at all. So.
Yep.
So, I expected it. I expect them to play.
Can I say my Bama of the week?
Who's yours?
Go ahead.
My Bama of the week is Cam Akers. I have named my team the Los Angeles Acres, and this dude don't even have a team. First week he came out, dropped a donut. Now he fighting with the coach. They don't put him off the team.
Man,
I gotta change the name of my team.
Listen, I was trying to figure out what went down. They was like, look, they said he was gonna be gone before the end of before Sunday was out. They was like, I don't care how they get rid of him.
Right.
They said they'd release him if they needed to. I said, dang.
I drafted him in all my leagues thinking I had a steal. And the Rams just look like some garbage right now. And
pretty much.
Cam Akers is right at the top of that. So I'm sitting here like I cut him in on one team. I still got him on another team. And I'm trying to figure out, should I just cut him? Because they could trade him. You know what I mean? Like it was some trade rumors out there. But at this point, I just don't think I can hold him. I don't think I can hold him.
I don't see a team he can go to that he's going to really do good. Like everybody's running back looks set. I mean, from my point of view. I may be wrong though.
It ain't like he got a lot of good film on tape this year.
Yeah.
To make you
Right.
be like, oh man, he come in and give us
And
some,
he has fumbling issues too.
some production, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and cut him.
What about you, Jose? Who's the Bama for you this week?
Jeff Wilson.
Anybody you? Jeff Wilson.
Jeff Wilson. I thought they were gonna run all over Atlanta. I really thought so. He got like 0.50 points on my fantasy league, and I had him on 3 of my teams. I had him, and I benched Brian Robinson.
Who'd you bench? Oh, Brian Robinson from Washington.
Yeah.
All right. So we go back the other way. So we start with you, Jose. Who's your ball of the week?
Oh, Brees Hall.
Brees Hall.
Oh, on my team?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brees Hall. And yeah, that was it. Brees Hall was the main one.
All right. What about you, Terrence?
I mean, if we just talk about my team, Tyreek Hill always holds it down for me. Tyreek Hill wins games for me by himself.
Because Lord knows I would win if he ain't do what he
I know, right? we both look terrible. Yeah, but this was an overall low scoring week, though. You know what I mean?
I was like, yeah, this is a race to the bottom. He got one superstar. I felt like the Jews dude on or the Ballers on Coming to America. That's they won. That's all they got.
Touchdown, Russell Wilson to Greg
Dulcich.
I don't know. Somebody who nobody has on their team.
And that head, man, you see his hair?
I just looked at both y'all. I didn't know y'all was both playing each other, right?
It wasn't much playing going on, Jose.
Right. It was. I was just like, man, I'm so glad Rodney is having a bad week.
I'm looking at Rodney's team. His names look. He got a Madden squad.
Man, listen. Who is this?
Yeah, Tyson Hill in the wrong week.
I mean, I'm playing him though. He just
you got to.
That his upside is through the roof. So
he mess around and have a blow up game in the playoffs and get you the championship.
Exactly. I'm not gonna miss the next blow up. I'm just gonna keep him in. I don't care what he do.
It ain't like it's a a bunch of tight ends that you can find and be like, yeah, they can definitely give me a floor.
Right.
But another person I would like to baller of the week who wasn't on my team, who used to be on my team, I drafted, is Brandon Ayuk. Finally, came around to what everybody expected. In week 6.
Man, I was waiting on him last year. I had to wait. I couldn't keep him either. As soon as I dropped him, he started. He got out of the doghouse. Remember last year he started off in the doghouse and couldn't even get on the field.
Right.
My same category with Ayuk, I got the same similar type of player, Juju Smith. For the life of me, man, he has so much potential, but he just don't produce, right? So he would be another person that would like shine this week. He gave me 31 points this week, but I'm like, dude, what is happening? He's supposed to be like the second person to catch. I mean, second person, number 2 receiver there. Like, but he seemed like he's the third, fourth.
But I think that's why Tyreek Hill left though, because they was just like, look, it's all about Kelsey, and the rest of y'all are just role players.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Oh, so look, so I got a different Bam of the week. Y'all have seen this. He was a baller this week, but he a Bam because he was on my other team, and that's Michael Pittman Jr. He ain't done he ain't done much of anything all year, and then this week we get Matt Ryan throw 50-something passes in the game.
Right.
I'm like, where was this at all the other weeks? Like how? Like what?
Right.
At what point in time do you come out and you decide you're gonna throw 40 passes in the game in the first half? Like where's that playbook been at? That game script. And of course, I set him this week because I'm like, nah, I need to see something first. And exactly what happened. He ended up with 13. He had 16 targets in this game. 16 targets, 134 yards receiving.
Nobody saw that one. At least I did.
Nah, I didn't either.
I was never high on him either, though.
So the thing is,
on Pittman.
Personally, I wasn't high on him, but listening to all the pundits and all the experts, it was like he was going to have this is going to be a top 10 year for him. Basically, you know what I mean, based on the volume he was getting and what he did last year, and that did not work out. Oh, should I say it hadn't worked out just yet? But this past week, I'm like, so this is the thing. So the Colts came out, they threw all over the place this week. The Jets used to throw all over the place, and then they get their quarterback back, and then they want to run the ball the whole time.
I know, that's true.
What is that about? Yeah. Oh man! All right, man. So let's jump into some of these games.
I'm going against Russell Wilson today.
Russell Wilson got like a bum shoulder, and he's still playing, like he's still throwing.
Well, he got to gain some respect back because he just was out here looking terrible.
All right, so let's start off with the Cincy New Orleans game.
Oh bad, it's just something just popped up on my Bleacher Report.
What you see? You got some breaking news?
Oh no! I thought the Arizona traded that this receiver Dolch, but it's a different guy. You're talking about Denver.
All right, so let's go to we'll go back. We'll start with the one of the best games of the weekend. We'll do the good ones. We'll start the good one first. Buffalo over KC 24-20. Of course, you know the stars shine brightly on this one between Pat Mahomes and Josh Allen. Josh Allen finished with 26 points. Patrick Mahomes 21, almost 22 points. But Diggs came up big, had 10 receptions, 148 yards, touchdown. Singletary ended up with 85 yards rushing, no touchdowns though. Any takeaways from this game? Or I know we spoke about Juju Smith-Schuster coming up big. Any other takeaways? Let me ask you this: any interest in anybody in the Kansas City backfield at all?
Nah, not really. If it ain't Allen, I mean, no.
Yeah, I mean it's too hard too many people back there.
I'm looking at the rushing attempts. Mahomes had 4, Kelsey 1, McKinnon 2, Pacheco 2, Edwards led, CH at 9, and they only ran the ball 18 times. So, and that CH's touchdown efficiency, you know, that wasn't gonna last all year. He was going touchdowns on like 10 touches.
Yeah, that's who everybody expected him to be when they drafted him. I mean, when he came out. But
we see so Gabe Davis still, although he didn't have the blow up game he had last week, he still on his 3 catches, he had 74 yards, so he's still averaging, still putting in big plays. So that was good to see. Even though I didn't pick him up like I said.
You think the Bills going all the way? You see anybody competing with the Bills?
I can see Kansas City, them facing Kansas City again, and it coming down to the wire. Like that's kind of my AFC Championship picture.
Mm.
That's and the Chargers. I feel like they got offensively, they can put something together, but I haven't seen them really do it consistently though. You know, where they actually put something together. All right, next game, man. Let's go to. So the next highest point total, and why I was disappointed in Geno was the Cardinals and Seahawks game. That's supposed to have been, no defense whatsoever. And the over-under on that was 50.5 points. And they was way under. They ended up being 19-9 for Seattle. Any takeaways from this? Which I think, except that Kenneth Walker looked like he might be a league winner for some folks.
I know, man. Another person I dropped.
Right.
As soon as I dropped him, then Penny got hurt. I was like, dang.
And my only disappointment is that my boy Lockett, but he has these games.
That's you talking about boom and bust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Keith Brown, he out.
Yeah,
but they just picked up Robinson.
Yeah, he gonna be big on the waiver wire, I think.
And then you got Hopkins.
So hold up. So they pick up Arizona picked up Allen Robinson?
Robbie Anderson.
Oh, Robbie Anderson.
Sorry, Anderson, yeah. And they got Hopkins coming back next week.
Yeah, Hopkins coming back next week. They said that Hollywood Brown is out like 6 weeks at least, if not longer. So
I was disappointed James Conner was out, so I thought Benjamin was going to get a lot more of those carries.
Man, he was kind of like a bust because a lot of people was counting on him to come in and have all the carries to himself. Maybe I wasn't paying attention, but I'm looking at the stats. Kyler Murray had 100 yards rushing on 10 carries.
Yeah.
Man, the little dude be running around all over the place, man. Yeah, 222 passing yards, 100 yards rushing, and put up 9 points. Like, how'd that happen? How you get 100? How you do 200 and 100?
You remind me of Danielle Hale.
Yeah, That's exactly what it remind me of. Danielle ended up having moving the running back.
Right.
Yeah. And man, because I think after my second year coaching, he ended up having the job to himself. He was doing all right. Let's see. All right, so next game up. What y'all think about that Cowboys-Eagles game? Me and Terrence, we let our feelings be known. We wanted to be a tie, so nobody get a win. But
I think people sleeping on the Eagles, man.
I think they are too.
Yeah, I think the Eagles. I think they for real.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but right now they got like the overall team. That AJ Brown just made it legit. I mean, that's all they needed was like a big name receiver, strong, not these small little fast receivers that they can get bullied. But yeah, with him on the roster, it's tough.
Yeah, and they got the running game going.
Yeah, they always had the running game, I thought.
But because it was it last year where they had a whole game where they only ran the ball 3 times or something crazy like that.
Right.
I thought it was the opposite. I thought it was passing.
When they didn't pass at all?
I thought they ran all the time, but just didn't pass. Last year they were a running team and not even a passing team. Like, because I had Devontae Smith and he wasn't getting
he couldn't get any targets early in the year. But I do remember them running like the issue was, from what I remember, is that they didn't have anybody that was consistently that you can count on week in and week out in the ground game. But Saunders ended up with 71. Gainwell had 5 for 25, and even Scott got 6 carries. So, and they ran the ball 39 times, and only had how many attempts? And they ran the ball 39 times. Hurts only had 25 attempts, but he definitely dangerous back there. And their defense is playing well. Let's see, Devontae, he had Smith had 5 for 44 and a touchdown. Brown had 5 for 67 and a touchdown. Yeah, I definitely think Brown is a difference maker in their offense.
Yeah,
he is, but I also think maturity of Hurts too.
Oh yeah,
I just think he just playing a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think both go hand in hand for sure. Your quarterback look better if you give him better receivers.
Mm-hmm.
So
Cooper Rush, he with 3 turnovers last night.
I mean, my boy Dak coming back. He been sitting on my bench for 6
What you think
weeks.
about their defense? What you think about the defense, the Eagles defense?
I like the Eagles defense.
I like them too, but I don't know, just something about that game. I was like, man, Cooper Rush was throwing like some crazy passes. I'm like,
well, I know that last joint he got hit on. The one that just kind of floated out there.
Yeah, I don't know, but I just looked like it was some holes in his defense. I was like, oh, I didn't see that in the first couple weeks, but maybe it's just the game.
Man,
or maybe I was just looking for something.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. I'm looking at this game. Denver up 10-0. Herbert ain't doing, and I got Herbert on my other team.
I got him on my other team too. Like I said, it's Herbert versus Wilson for me.
Yeah. Man, come on, Herbert. It's crazy. All right, so next game, let's take a look at. So we had Vikings and Dolphins, right? So we talked about that earlier. How Skylar Thompson went out early in the game after only attempting 13 passes, and then Bridgewater came in and threw for 329 and relief duty. Had 2 touchdowns, and I had him sitting on the bench. Tariq Hill, I think Tariq Hill, I think him and Waddle, I think they putting their stamp down as the best wide receiver combination in the league because they do it with whoever. Like it don't matter if it's Tua, Bridgewater, Thompson. They getting busy. They like it's whatever. And I think it's safe to say they might be matchup proof. Gesicki even had 2 touchdowns this week. From a disappointment standpoint, though, is Evans. Most came in. He didn't do that great either. I guess it was because they was behind. Maybe the game script didn't bode well for him. He had 14 for 49, and only 2 catches for -1 yard. So we'll see how they look going forward. But look, so. Bridgewater came in and mop duty, had 329 passing. Cousins only had 175 yards total in the game, and I guess because they were up most of the game, but there's no real standouts on the Vikings. Cook had 77 yards and a touchdown, which gave his boosted his performance for the week. So he ended up with more than double digits, 15 plus points, and but Jefferson he got over 100 but didn't score. But you would think with a win they scored 24 points, so they have more more people producing. But Thielen got one of the touchdowns, and then Irv Smith Jr. got another from a receiving standpoint. Let's see, anybody know what the go ahead?
I thought they had a pick 6. That must have been another team.
No, they didn't. They had 6 sacks, 1 fumble recovery, 2 forced 2 interceptions.
Oh, okay.
So they had 3 turnovers. Oh, Eckler just scored.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad I don't got him. Was it a run or pass?
It was a run.
Run. That's how I'm over here fiending for some points. All right, let's see. Next up,
Man, Russell doing 10 for 10, 116 yards, 1 touchdown. He's showing off today.
look. So I don't think it's anything to talk about with the Packers and Jets. Like,
Man, Aaron Rodgers, man.
They terrible.
He
right
looking
now.
so mediocre. I mean, he's
So the only takeaway I see is Robert Tonyan had 10 receptions. And
I mean, Lazard is looking good in a PPR league. He's been consistent every week. So, but Aaron Rodgers, he can't give you 2 touchdowns. You know, I mean, like,
can't give you nothing. The Jets defense put up 20 points. Had 4 sacks, fumble recovery, and a touchdown.
Don't forget about my players, man.
So Breece Hall, you know, he did well, but Zach Wilson only threw the ball 18 times. So
Michael Carter too.
Well, yeah, he
Carter ain't do nothing.
He had 6 for 41.
Right, I had him on my team. He didn't do nothing. Last week he did. But this week,
man, look, folks was counting on. They was like, you know, Corey Davis had 2 for 52 receiving.
You know what's funny?
Wilson had 1 catch, and everybody was fighting over him. I'm glad.
You know what's funny is that Packers and Jets, right? So Packers have Aaron Rodgers, right? So Aaron Rodgers wants to throw the ball a lot, right? But he got 2 powerful running backs that he could just lean on and just win games off of just running, right? Well, the Jets did that cold concept. It was like, okay, we got 2 running backs. We're going to lean on the running backs and not even pass. Mm-hmm. Because the same way, Sam, so Jets coordinator and head coach came from San Francisco who beat Green Bay all the time. And all the time they beat them was they just ran the ball against Green Bay. So,
man. He basically giving them a taste of their own medicine.
Yeah. The head coach needs to just be like, look, he needs to tell Aaron Rodgers, like, look, just ride your running backs until your receivers get there. Yeah, like, man. Really, there's no need for him to be throwing.
Well, I think what happened was they actually got down early. Like, it was, I think pretty much like, it was 17 to 3 in the third quarter. So I think at that point, they ain't had no choice.
Yeah, but they didn't rush like that. A.J. Dillon had 10 attempts. Aaron Jones had 9 attempts for 19 yards. That's not enough. When Breece Hall had 20 attempts. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think it was games for But the problem is I can tell you why they ain't running the ball. Green Bay defense is looking terrible. Green Bay defense, they let the dude Zappy come in and score 2 touchdowns.
Oh, Zappy got busy. Zappy got busy.
Off the bench. He came in off the bench and threw 2 touchdowns as his first game in the NFL ever.
Look, it's so bad that they made Zappy look like he was contending for Matt Jones' job.
Yeah,
they're like, man, do we got a quarterback controversy?
Right. So he came in and did that, and then this game, the Jets just ran all over him like they was crazy. You know what I mean? Like their defense is bad all around.
All right, look. So thinking about the defensive performances, the daggone Atlanta Falcons defense put up 19 on San Fran. Like, how is that supposed to happen?
Man, let's skip that one.
Man, it's any takeaways other than the fact that the Falcons got 2 defensive touchdowns?
Well, the whole So the whole
look, think about this. And Mariota only threw the ball 14 times. He was 13 of 14 for 129 yards and 2 touchdowns.
So let me talk about my boys, right? So our 2 starting corners are out. Our 4 down, the first starting down D linemen are out. We're down to 1 linebacker, 1 free safety, 1 strong safety. And that's it. And a nickelback.
Sound like a bunch of excuses to me.
Hey, look, I was gonna say, I was gonna say how that helped the how that hurt the offense.
Hey, listen, the offense was just we stopped running the ball. They try to pass. When you start passing with Jimmy too much, that's it. If you passing the ball more than 15 attempts with Jimmy, it's gonna be picks. You just know it's coming, and that's what happened. He threw 2 picks. He forced one in triple coverage. I don't know why he did that, but it's a combination of things, man. They're not being consistent on offense. I don't know, man. It's just and what's the name? Atlanta's not no
I mean, so
our team, you know.
No, the thing is, like we talked about with the Jets, where they just gonna run the ball. Atlanta is determined that they're just gonna run the ball. They're not gonna let Mariota throw. But so many passes, so many attempts per game. Because think about this: Mariota had 6 attempts. Huntley had 16 rushes, 16 attempts. Algier had 15 attempts, or whatever. So
Mariota has 6 for 50.
Yep, 6 for 50. And so, it basically kills Kyle Pitts, even though he scored this past weekend.
And I had him on the bench.
But but from San Fran side, man, I'm looking at so same way with the Green Bay game. Garoppolo threw the ball 41 times. And didn't get over 300 yards. He had 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. They can't get the ground game going. Nobody on their team rushed over 30 or rushed over 25. They only had 50 yards rushing.
No, that's the thing, man. What's the name? Shanahan just got out his groove. Like once he knows something not working, he just gets out of it. He forgets about it and just don't keep going. Some people just like, I'm gonna keep, like Atlanta. They said, I'm gonna run 100% of the time. I don't care if you stack 20 people on the line. We're gonna still try to run. And that's the thing, is like he's not committed. He gets off track, and I think other coaches see that. If they can get them off running the ball, it messes up the whole game plan. You know, he's all about running the ball to work the offense, work the receivers, work the passing out.
Right. All right. So let's go to this Ravens Giants game. Other than the fact that it looks like
man, I saw that game. I was like, they ain't got no receivers, and they just
Lamar Jackson was basically a one-man show. Even though Drake had 119 yards,
he went off.
Yeah, he went off
on 10 carries. And Andrews, I heard people calling him Mandrews. He had another big game. He won a few bright spots I got on one of my teams. I'm trying to think. Let's see. For the Giants, of course, they leaning heavily on Saquon. He had 22 attempts, 83 yards, and a TD. And the receiver, they say that
Wendell.
They talk about the Giants receivers, man. They say they basically like rank the lowest out of like separation yardage in the league. Like this is nobody open. Nobody's open. So they can't get any separation. And then the one dude that's supposed to be a game breaker, he can't get on the field. I don't know how soon before they trade him or cut him. Let's see who else. That's pretty much it. You play Saquon going forward for the Giants. You can't trust anybody else. And with Baltimore, you got to keep rolling Jackson out there, Andrews. The Ravens defense is terrible. I'm not sure what's going on there.
They can't stop the run.
And then you got Kenyon Drake. I guess it's kind of matchup dependent. All right, what about man? The Panthers look terrible, and the fact they lost to the Rams, that make it even more. That make it even worse. Any chance they CMC get traded this year?
Yeah.
I hear they want a king's ransom, and I don't think anybody would give it to him based on his injury history.
That's what they was talking about. They was saying that they might look at an Akers trade.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with them.
when he was on the team.
Well, he's still on the team. That's what I'm saying. They was thinking about trying to bring him to LA, which I'm sure the NFL would love that to have McCaffrey, with the Rams.
Oh, in the prime time market.
Right.
But this ain't Denver looking at him, San Francisco looking at him.
I think, man, look, not that I want Brady to get another championship, but imagine if the Bucks could pull a trade off on.
Nah, man, Fournette is killing. You don't think Fournette is doing this thing?
I think he is, but I think he may. I think it's a chance that he may fall off later on. All right, so Jacksonville Indy game where Matt Ryan was on pace to break the single game pass attempts early in the first half, but he slowed down just a little bit. Second half, ended up with this is the one call I did get right. So I had him in the 2 quarterback lead. I had him starting at one of the quarterback snaps. With 389 yards passing, 3 TDs on 58 attempts. There's no real rushing to be spoke of, even though Jackson scored a touchdown. Michael Pittman, 13 for 134 through the air. It was points of plenty going by. Jackson had 10 for 79 receiving out the backfield. Pittman had 13 for 134. Any interest in Deion Jackson?
I think he got hurt, right?
Did he go out the game? He didn't finish the game?
Yeah, he dropped all those numbers and didn't finish the game.
Man. Yeah, no. If Jonathan Taylor, he's not coming back anytime soon.
What's Jonathan Taylor? My understanding, I didn't think he was supposed to be out that long, but if Jackson is hurt, that's crazy.
Because they're back at Ryan's. He got hurt. The Nines or
Hines got hurt too. Hurt. Yeah.
Oh, look, listen. So look, so that was another thing. I had Hines. He was a dude I put fab money on this week, and couldn't he was out before the weekend came. They had him out. I said, you gotta be kidding. Let me see.
That's how I felt with Bridgewater. I put money on him first time. Was out second play.
Man, it's bad when.
I wonder how that's going to affect next year with fantasy football. Like, are you going to have more depth? Because you know how they're starting to pull people off on those concussions now, like, quick. I mean, look at Hines. Hines got hit, was gone, didn't play the whole game.
But Hines should have been gone. You saw him. He fell in. He fell down.
I agree on that. What I'm saying is that look how many people since that happened have been easy coming off the game quick. I mean,
they're not playing right now. Like if you look wobbly, you out.
Should I see Carr got what's the name? Roughing a passer, and I'm like, I didn't think he was a roughing a passer. He just got sacked. Somebody just
Yeah, it said Jalen Hurts is on a bye week. Who should I pick up from the waiver wire? Bridgewater, Mariota, or Matt Ryan?
That's my brother.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's what's up. We let you have it, Jose. Who you got? Bridgewater, Mariota, or Matt Ryan? Hey, look, before this would have been an easy. Before this weekend, this would have been an easy. But between Bridgewater and Matt Ryan, they got points of plenty.
Let me see who they're playing next week. For one thing, I wouldn't pick up Bridgewater because Tua is now off of concussion protocol, so they're gonna probably start him. You got Mariota's playing. What's the Falcons playing? Bengals.
So Miami got Pittsburgh next.
Indianapolis got. what's that? Let me see. I would go with. I don't even know who Indianapolis playing.
Oh, you said you want to who Indianapolis?
Oh, they playing Titans. Oh, I probably go with Matt Ryan, but he gets sacked a lot.
Man, if he
Who Atlanta playing?
They're playing Cincinnati.
Man,
what's your thoughts, Terrence?
That's tough.
Yeah, that is they like neck and neck right there. I mean,
see, Matt Ryan's gonna. I'm looking at Matt Ryan's gonna get sacked a lot of times. I'll go Matt Ryan. I mean, because part of me want to go Mariota because he can run the ball, but he doesn't pass that much.
He's not gonna pass a lot. But so look, this is the thing. Is that you know what you'll get with Mariota? The question is, based on the matchup, do you think he gonna produce like he did? Let me see something real quick.
Because they're playing the Titans. Titans defense is not that good.
yeah,
He can throw on them.
He can run on them too.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Matt Ryan.
Yeah, I would go Matt Ryan.
Hold up, so Matt Ryan has the Titans next week?
Yeah, they're
okay.
Titans defense suck. I mean,
yeah, no, they do.
I mean, they are coming off a bye week, but still, yeah, just because I mean Mariota, he ain't got no receivers. Well, I don't know. Kyle Pitts finally caught a touchdown,
but he still only had 3 catches. Like you gonna count on that?
Right, I know. That's what I'm saying.
So yeah, London, man.
But they're playing Cincinnati. I mean, it's going to be I think the safest bet is going to be with Matt Ryan. I'm just going with.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, he has better weapons around him. He's an older quarterback that's established, so he kind of got like tricks.
I'm jaded because I had Matt Ryan on my team so far, and up until this weekend, he was killing me. Let's see what they got. Oh, look, you know what? I would say Matt Ryan because he got a slate of games. He got Tennessee, Washington, New England, and then Vegas. So
he only needed for 1 week. He just needed for the Jalen Hurts bye week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with Matt Ryan.
All right.
Appreciate the question, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the support.
He said Matt Ryan has some good numbers this week. He did. He definitely has some good numbers this week. All right, so let's finish this slate off. The game recaps, and we get into these waiver pickups. How did the Pittsburgh Steelers, who looked terrible the week before, beat the Buccaneers? Anybody playing that? Where Brady had his full complement of weapons. He had Evans, Godwin, and Fournette playing.
Well, the Bucs are worse than we thought.
Well, I think the Steelers defense messed them up around because you got that who's the defense assistant consultant is Brian Flores, and he kind of know Brady. So I saw a little bit of defense. They were confusing on Brady a little bit.
Let me tell you, I don't know what to do about Pittsburgh receivers. Between the quarterback merry-go-round we got going on between Trubisky and Pickett playing, I got Deontay Johnson on 2 teams. And, a matter of fact, I got him on 3 teams, all three of my teams, and he can't bust a great. Claypool had 7 for 96, but good luck getting that production out of him now with Trubisky coming back in. It look like Kenny Pickett's gonna be out, and then I can't get Harris to. He only had 14 rushing attempts and three targets, so I can't get him to.
I think my brother had another question. Last question.
Oh, he said, "What y'all think about the Jets?"
They played the Broncos. I would pick them up. Just defense. They're starting to get their groove. They're starting to get a lot of sacks, pressure. They got 2 solid corners. I'll pick them up.
Yeah, Russell Wilson not playing that well. But
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
I
We got to
mean,
see tonight. He looked a little better. So.
right, and we know the way the Jets play that the other team not gonna get a whole lot of opportunities to score. That's for sure.
Man, one thing I started doing to look at defenses to play is I look at the quarterback that they playing, and I look at the quarterback QB rating. And what I've been finding is, regardless of the team, if you can get a quarterback get a defense who playing against a quarterback with a low QB rating, then you're gonna get something. You're gonna get some turnovers, or even if it might be a good team or something, you're gonna get some turnovers or something. So that's just something to think about when you try and make those close calls.
Shoot, I like Falcons defense.
That sound like a DFS opportunity there too, in terms of picking choosing your defenses.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let me see. We got any other games worth talking about? Any thoughts on either the Browns versus Patriots or Bengals versus Saints? I know with the Patriots, we know Ramondre Stevenson is basically about to be that dude in the backfield.
Yeah.
Isn't it great when somebody be who you expect them to be?
Man, listen.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's like hold up, he can get all the carries.
Right. This is like the first time that we really believe in the Belichick running back.
Since what's his name? Who's that?
Dylan, right?
Since Dylan, yeah, since Corey
Right.
Dylan. Since Corey Dylan. That's the last time he had somebody that he fed the ball to.
Right. I'm sure Belichick got somebody in the back. He going.
Yeah, man.
I might have to put a Hall of Fame for my Sleeper King list, because he was on my list last year.
Who? Ramondre Stevenson?
Yeah. He's definitely on my list last year. I was just a year behind.
Oh man, any thoughts on that Cincinnati New Orleans game? Kamara had 99 yards rushing on 19 carries, and he got 9 targets.
Yeah, what happened to Jameson? Like, did they bench him or something?
Oh, I know I'm hearing whispers that Dalton might be while he's in there might be competing for the starting job, or might be playing for an opportunity to keep the starting job. So that'll be interesting.
Wow. Because I have Olave, right?
Yeah, I got him on one of my joints too.
I don't think he's playing, but I know that when he's in there, he likes to feed him. It's been a weird year.
It's been a strange year. It's been hard this year. I ain't gonna lie.
No,
It's been a tough year.
It has. And I don't know, it maybe because it's that 3-week preseason.
Yeah, I think that because offenses was starting off slow. So
I say this though, Buffalo was always so I'm gonna have to start now looking at coaches that has their guys ready for week 1. I already seen that Buffalo had their team ready for week 1. I seen Miami had their team ready for week 1. I figured out what teams have their team ready for week 1.
But see, this is the thing though. Those ain't gonna be your playoff teams to me. It's
No,
but
they'll be your. Else. For me, I look at for next year. I'm already thinking like, all right, I'm gonna set my team in two parts, right? One part would be the teams that start off fast, that like I said, the people from Miami, people from Buffalo, stuff like that, and then the next half of my team will be the season long. So the ones that's going to take me to the playoffs and through the playoffs. And that's what I'm going to find, like the back end teams that start slow and start picking up towards the end. Normally like San Francisco, normally like the Rams, normally like the Tampa Bay, and sometimes Green Bay, but I can't rely on Green Bay. I kind of figured that somebody's going to trade a receiver to Green Bay at the deadline.
To Green Bay?
Yeah. There's going to be a receiver traded to Green Bay at the deadline. Watch. I just can't figure out what receiver.
All right, man. Let's see. So look, let's get into these waiver pickups, and we wrap things up. Let me see if anybody else we need to touch on before we do that. No, that's it. All right. So, anybody got some waiver pickups that they itching to get out? If not, I'll start. But
Yeah, what's funny is that all the running backs from Washington is in the waiver wire.
man, look at I don't know how. I'm trying to figure out how I didn't manage to pick up. I guess because I ain't moved fast enough. I still got Gibson on one of my teams. Like, man, this dude.
I mean, for me, I think of
Ayuk.
course you gotta look at Robbie Anderson.
Oh yeah.
He can definitely have an impact over there with Brown being out. But besides that, I don't really have most of the other people already gone. Kenneth Walker. I mean, you can look at Deion Jackson. You gotta look at his injury.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot,
I think Taylor's supposed to come back either next week or week after, so he ain't gonna be there long.
Oh my
gosh. What about Alec Pierce from Indianapolis?
Alec Pierce, okay.
Oh yep. I think he had two good games. Yeah.
Brian Robinson. He's available a couple.
What's his ownership rate right now?
Let me see.
I figured he'd be picked up.
65%.
Yeah, so he ain't gonna be out there too many leagues. If you got 12 or more teams, it's a good chance he might be gone. Or I say 14. Trying to think from a running back standpoint. What do y'all think about Rondale Moore for Arizona since Brown is out?
Well, it's right. I'm gonna have to wait because Cliff Kingsbury is talking about he's gonna give up his play calling duties if they make so if that happens, I don't know how they're gonna distribute the ball, what they're gonna do. Are they gonna run more, pass more? I gotta hold off on that. What you think about for tight ends? So it's it's kind of scarce for tight ends. That Daniel Bellinger, tight end from Giants.
Oh man, I don't trust anybody from the Giants. That's not named Saquon. Because I'm trying to think who else is it. Man, I think I think Matt Ryan might be a good pickup, man. From a quarterback standpoint. Like I said, he got 4 juicy matchups all in a row. If you need, you got a bye week coming up, man. What about Robert Tonyan, tight end for Green Bay? You talking about tight ends over there? He had 10 catches last year. So he had 10 catches. He drew 26.5% of the target share last week. I got him and I got Gesicki for Miami.
Oh yeah, Gesicki.
Gesicki, yeah, but yeah, I like Gesicki. I liked them last year. They just
and he only 24% on them.
Yeah, but he's not utilized like that though.
It'll be interesting to see what happens when Tua comes back. Yeah.
Tonyan, I don't see Tonyan on a lot of. What's his roster rating?
His ownership right now, he's 42% roster, so he's still less than 50%.
I don't see him on there.
So they saying with Jameson, you know, you asked about his situation, and they were just saying they saying they've been overly cautious with his back and ankle injury, and just trying to let him get healthy. And they don't have any. I don't see anything that talks about his actual timetable to come back.
You know what's crazy? Oh, you gotta put Ayuk in there because he is not. He's only he's available in our roster, but
yeah, he picked up in most leagues though. I think a lot of people still got him.
What about we said Pierce? I'm trying to. I don't really see too many running back. I know some people talking about Pacheco from Kansas City, but I just don't see where he's gonna get the volume at. Like where he's gonna.
I would go with probably Atlanta running backs.
Oh, what about Kenyon Drake for Baltimore? He only 4% roster.
I mean, he looked good, but who they playing?
Dang.
They got so their next opponent is Cleveland, Tampa Bay, and New Orleans.
Cleveland, Tampa Bay, and New Orleans.
So you can't run the ball really on Tampa Bay. Cleveland, their defense is bad, even though they got a lot of named folks on there. They haven't been able to do much.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a lot of risk.
Running back.
I mean, what you think?
They talking about Mike Boone. What's Mike Boone doing right now? Have he even get any touches?
They look like they just been passing the ball, really.
Yeah, I haven't been excited to jump on anybody in Denver because their offense has been so bad. So even if you get somebody, it's not like what do you have?
Right.
What about
Mike Boone? Not even he ain't touched the ball.
I know they've been talking about Rachaad White in case as a stash in case Fournette get hurt. Man, that's about it, man. That's all I got. Somebody else really jumping on.
It's a slow week, man. It's a slow week.
Definitely a slow week.
We in the grind now. So people start falling off. You see people leaving in, people hurt in their roster. You know.
Hey, I'm hoping a little bit of knowledge I have on fantasy carry me through it a couple weeks. But if I keep getting these type of performances from my team, ain't gonna all my smarts in the world ain't gonna help.
You know what makes it rough is that some of these teams don't have receivers that you can pull from, like Chicago. You can't really trust the Chicago receivers. You can't trust the Giants receivers. You can't trust the Jets receivers now with Wilson in there. It's like you only got like a slim amount of receivers that you can pull from. Like majority of people are pulling from Bills because like for the last 3 weeks they've had McKenzie, their rookie, Davis, what's his name, Diggs, like because you can't pull from like Washington. You got 3 top receivers in Washington, but you can't really pull from Washington.
Nope. Let me ask you this. So speaking of that, any interest in? So they talk about Wentz being out, right? Was it 4 to 6 weeks? I think.
For real?
Yep. Heineke.
Hey, I missed that.
Yeah. So
fractured thumb.
You think they give any bump to the receivers at all?
Yeah.
Or you think they're just bad? Like
no, man. I think Heineke can do it. I think he does a lot of scrambling, but yeah, I think. I mean, let's look at
this. Would you? Let me ask you this: would you rather have Brian Robinson Jr. or Darrell Henderson or Travis Etienne? Who would you rather have between those 3?
Robinson.
I'd say
because if you look at Darrell Henderson, look at the running backs that play under Rams. They don't do good. Only person that really did good was Todd Gurley, and that was it. After that, they haven't had any running back that's been consistent there.
But I mean, with the Commanders, I mean, Antonio Gibson's still getting a lot of work. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Then you got McKissick back there. It's just too many. And then you got Heineke. He be running sometime. Like I don't.
We
I don't know.
talking between these three running backs that he said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So,
I would take
Henderson, right?
Yeah, because Henderson gonna get some catches too. You know, Henderson getting all the work. I mean,
all the work. You got Malcolm Brown coming in. They're starting to use.
Man, Henderson getting all the work, man.
So look,
I saw Malcolm Brown playing.
So this past week, from a rushing standpoint, Henderson had 12 carries for 43 yards and a touchdown. Malcolm Brown had 7 carries for 15 yards. So he did get 7 carries. So he was close. And then from Washington perspective, the split looked like this.
Ramsey had 20, I think.
Oh, come on, dude. Why does this thing keep doing it? What was the splits? So from Washington's standpoint, Brian Robinson, I don't know, he had 17 attempts. Gibson had 5 rushes. And then on the receiving side, Gibson had 4 targets and McKissick had 3. So basically, Brown didn't get any catches, or get any targets. So,
but you also talking about the Redskins. They gonna be playing from behind most of the time. They was playing Chicago,
who wasn't real threat to score a lot of points.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I don't know.
Who they playing this week? Next week. Hold up.
Green Bay. They playing Green Bay.
Oh man, come on!
And Green Bay just lost 2 games in a row. Oh, you know, about to be in Lambeau.
That don't mean nothing. Breece Hall was in Lambeau. They were running the ball in Lambeau.
Green Bay
Jets are better than Commanders.
Wet biscuits.
Jets are better, which is terrible.
All right. Well, so last look, we're gonna get out on this. So look like your brother. He last question. Defense.
No, he already said that.
Oh, you already said that?
Yeah. We already answered that.
Yeah. All right, man. But that's it. That's all I got.
All
so,
right.
fellas, appreciate y'all getting on, man. We turned over a new leaf. I think this is the start of a strong finish to this fantasy season. Mm-hmm. So hopefully I have some better news to talk about with my team next week. But we'll see. Catch y'all on Sunday.
Cool.
All right, fellas. Good luck on the waiver wire, except for the dudes I'm targeting, which ain't much. Later.
All right.
All right.